it's an exciting day.
Is that a microphone stand?
Yeah, I've had this for a minute.
Have you? Okay, I guess I just haven't noticed. Damn.
Yeah, no, because the production quality still hasn't gone up any, but at least I can use both my hands.
Do you even know what to do with them?
No, they just kind of float.
It's awesome. Well, they're certainly not using them to fix your garbage disposal. What the hell?
Fuck, man. So yeah, just ran some dishes, doing the damn thing, and then I go back to an absolute sink just full of dirty water. So I'm like, okay, sometimes shit happens. So I go to flip the switch. Silence. Mm-hmm. So then I'm like, okay, you're a man. Sometimes, or you at least play one on TV. So I go underneath it. I hit the reset button, and then there's that auto crank that you can put an Allen wrench in, and you can this is a weird motion I'm doing right here. But you can auto spin the blades. So I reset it. I spun the blades a couple times. I even did one of my greatest weird fears is even if it's unplugged, I don't like to put my hand into the disposal.
Because it's like a horror movie, and I love it when horror movies bring that part into the horror film. If
it would just grind my fingers up, and then I would just be Tommy Fingers for the rest of my life. So I just don't anyways, faced my greatest fear and reached in there and felt all around nothing catching it. So we plug it all back in, and I fire it up, and it just spits dirty water right at me. Motherfucker. Because usually it's just one of those things. There's a seed or something sticky or something in there. So now we have to call a real man to come and fix it.
Well, you did all the things, though. When you said that it was your garbage disposal, I was wondering if you did just a couple of basic things that a quote-unquote man would do. And you know what you're doing. No shame in that, Tom. You've done all the things.
I did little man things. At least I didn't it turned on and immediately hello police.
Mm-hmm.
You never know when that thing's going to turn on, though.
Yeah, I would call 911 to have fire department show up. And can you stick your hand in there? Thank you for your
So I unplug it physically from the wall. Unplug it, and then I hit the switch 4 times. I even left the switch on, make sure there's not a little extra sauce just in there somewhere. And then I was like, okay, we're going
Absolutely
in.
Not.
If I was your fiance, I would totally be waiting behind you, and as soon as you stuck your hand there, I'd come up behind you. Ah!
She would do that. She absolutely would do that. But yeah,
so we're having some life admin issues.
Yeah, I mean, it's I know some people don't have electricity in the world, and my food chewer won't spit my debris out that I couldn't finish because I was too full.
Food chewers don't really exist here. I have never had garbage disposal living in England. Yeah, just it was one of the things that I told Ryan that when we move into a place that's our own that we buy, I said, one of the things that I want is a garbage disposal, please.
Are you super itchy to have one in Britain?
You can have one. I don't know how it works.
The problem is that, that blood sausage is so good, there's just never any left. Them plates are clean, so you don't need to put anything down the garbage disposal because that fine British cuisine.
What do you mean you didn't finish all your liver chips?
Just throw some vinegar. Just throw some vinegar on it, just like everything else. You actually put the leftover food in the sink and put vinegar on it like you would if you were eating it, and then it dissolves. And then you're done.
No, I know.
Delicious breakfast here the other day. It was phenomenal, and you guys would have eaten it and enjoyed it as well. The food's better.
Chip and egg. Was it chip and egg?
Oh.
Oh man!
God.
Just a plate of fish scales, please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Have they finally boiled? How many days have you boiled them?
Have you made wine out of the water yet?
I like to call this seasoning salt. Ooh.
Yeah, that's definitely. Even when I moved in here, we didn't have a dishwasher, and I was like, no, that's not gonna fly. We're gonna one of those is going in, but we'll lose cabinet space. Fuck the cabinets.
Oh yeah. So what? If you need to, leave stuff in the dishwasher.
The dishwasher actually part-time cabinet.
Yeah. I just use all the dishes until they're dirty, and then I put them all back in, wash them, and then they store them there.
That's where they live. When I lived in my little micro apartments in Detroit, I learned how to go without a microwave. And now I barely use it. Like, I'm not a big microwave guy. But, like, you only have so much counter space in these tiny little apartments. So it's like I'm not going to give up my whole counter so I can easily reheat mac and cheese. Like,
see, for me, it's not about reheating. It's the packaged rice, because I cannot cook rice like a normal person to save my life.
spend 15 squid and get a rice cooker.
Yeah.
That's another thing that has to go in a fucking cabinet. Not happening.
But it goes where the microwave went, and now it's taken care of. Take a penny, leave a penny. You're done.
Yeah,
and then you'll have good rice.
I know, but give me the plastic rice. It's fine.
All right.
Just give me the plastic rice. I'll fill my body with chemicals.
You can take the girl out of America, but you can't take the American out of the girl.
I have to apologize if any screaming happens. West Ham is playing at the minute, and it's 1-0, and they're winning. And if they win this game, then they get out of relegation. Relegation, for all of you Americans, I've learned, means that you do not go down to the next level.
I personally am a huge fan of relegation, and I wish all of our sports leagues did it.
You?
I do. I really do, because
there is insane.
Like right now in the NBA, you've got like 8 teams playing who think that they can win a championship.
Uh-huh.
You've got the rest of the league absolutely out there. Like, if they could play children, they would, because you just want that top draft pick.
They're all tanking.
So everybody starts tanking, and it's just not fun to watch. And, like, if I were to be a dad and my kid's a big Steph Curry fan, and, right, Golden State comes to Detroit, Steph Curry ain't fucking playing. They're trying to lose. So,
quick question, Kay. Is West Ham playing East Sausage or North Bacon? Because it sounds delightful. I want to go to West Ham.
They're playing North Bacon. Yeah, it's good. It's a crispy one.
What?
It's a crispy game.
Well, I hope that they don't get demoted or relegated.
No, so at the moment they're in the running to be relegated. They're one of the 3.
But if they get a win here, they're going to pretty much escape and prevent that.
Well, for now.
Oh, okay.
I don't
for
know
now.
when the season ends. The season lasts until fucking 2029
It's like a bowling
or
league.
something.
It never stops.
It really doesn't. And then all of a sudden, there's like a cup, and the English teams are playing the Italian teams, and it's like, what the fuck are you guys even doing?
Aren't you playing a season right now? Oh yeah, but we take a pause for this, and then there's just a friendly. And what the fuck is this? What's so friendly about like wasting our time?
Today we're just having a picnic, no scoring, no entertainment. The players are gonna mingle.
We just ran around the pitch for a bit.
There's 16 cups, and I don't know what each one means.
It didn't even mean anything. I mean, it's just like, I feel like these guys just play for fun. You can't believe
I think this is an episode idea. One day Ryan comes on and tries to teach us.
I think, you know what? Next week. Give me the week off.
What I was going to say is we are right now, currently, in the absolute worst sports week of the year, in my personal opinion. Some might argue the MLB All-Star break, but it's summertime. Like, go the fuck outside, you know? Right now, it's like dreary and not great, but there's like nothing. It's still too early for NBA and NHL for anything to matter. The college basketball conference tournaments don't start till next week. Right now, it's just like,
I know.
What do I do with my hands?
Well, there was the Combine and then the World Baseball Classic. What do you mean?
We'll talk about the Combine in a minute.
I know nothing about the Combine. Welcome to Sweat Socks and All That Sauce with Justin K and Tom, where no sport is off limits and the debates are debatable. We're talking about, yes, the Combine, of which, like I said, I know absolutely nothing about, except for the fact that Aaron Glenn fell asleep at it. That is the one bit of information that I know about it. And I have a feeling that the feeling is mutual.
How did he fall asleep? He coached the Jets. I feel like that's more boring than the fucking Combine.
Why would the Jets pay to send, like, why don't you just watch it on ESPN like the rest of the chuckleheads? I don't understand why you got to go all the way there to watch these guys in person. It makes no difference.
I will say the one part of the combine that interests me is the part that none of us get to see, and it's when the teams have these closed-door interviews to try to, like, get inside the player's head. Like, is this guy just here for the money? Is he like a Terrell Owens show-off kind of guy? Or is he like an all grit, like, I just want to play football? Like, what kind of person is he? What's his work ethic? Like, is he going to be at the strip club every Friday, or is he going to be in the gyms every Friday? So they try to figure out, like, who these players are and if they fit, like, the team's, kind of chemistry. Like, that's what the Lions have done, which has worked a lot, is built a cohesive team that gets along together. But so I would love to see those meetings, but of course they're closed door. Instead, we get to see them stand there and measure people's arms.
Wingspan.
Don't you think that would make for a great reality show?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Well, here's the thing. They talk about, like, the Wonderlic test, which is this kind of like football cognitive IQ evaluation. But that's what they say. How do we really know what they're doing back there? I bet some teams, like, you walk in and there's that mirror. You don't realize it's just like, one-way glass. And there's just like a stack of ones and a stripper pole, and then all of a sudden, like, two hotties come out, and then they just watch to see what, like, this up-and-coming wide receiver does. Like, does he take the money out, like, start this? Does he lick one, stick it on his forehead, tell him to come get it, don't use your hands? Does he say, I thought I was here for a football meeting. I must be in the wrong room. I'm sorry. And,
right. There's a stripper pole on one side and, like, a pull-up bar on the other, and he has to choose.
If I were a general manager, this is what I would use to try to evaluate.
Now, maybe this is a dumb question. Can we get our hands on the Wonderlic test?
That is a good question.
I would love for us to take the Wonderlic test and see how we score.
Yeah.
That'll be some off the pod homework. Maybe we can figure that out and bring that to next week's episode if they make them public.
Okay, what they do is they blindfold them and they have them put their tongue on various objects, and they have to guess what it is. That's why they call it the Wonderlic.
Because a lot of them will say, "I wonder."
Yeah.
And this is to help them get drafted?
Yes. So, like, your taste buds are such an essential part of your nervous system. Like, just being able, it's one of your senses. So,
Is this real? Is this real?
Come on,
Look
Kay.
it up. It's Wonderlic.
Come on, Kay. Wake up. Come on.
That's vinegar. Are we in fucking England? I am not playing for this team. They're getting relegated.
So, like, part of the reason I wasn't here last week, and it's kind of gone away.
Ooh.
But you can see I got a nice raspberry still. I fell, and I'm pretty sure I had a nice concussion. But Kay's even still got me this week. Is this real? They're licking things?
I can totally see it, though. It's America. Anything is possible.
We just lick everything here, don't we, Kay? We licked your asses and fucking the Revolutionary War.
Taking it back.
Yeah.
Undefeated. Oh, man. I got a friend who has a shirt that says back-to-back World War champs.
That's right. Soon to be thrice, by the way. We're about to be three-time champs. So
going for the three-peat. Hopefully not. Let's not talk about the Combine too much. Honestly, the Combine, when I was in college, the Combine is what made me realize I was never going to work in sports radio. Because the sports guys, like, I walked into the room one day, like, the little office where we've got the radio station at the college, and they are, like, going in depth about hand size and how high he could jump. And I'm like, nope. I just like to talk about, I'm very baseline. Same with, like, the garbage disposal. Once it gets to a certain level, I need to call in a professional. Like, that's it. So, honestly, but I've got a couple of notes. The fastest 40-yard dash. I think people always look for that. We've got a 40-yard dash from wide receiver Brennan Thompson, Mississippi State, 4.26. It's quick.
How far is 100 yards? Is that across the field?
This is the 40.
So 40 yard. This is a 40-yard dash.
So the length of it is 40 yards. or 17 licks.
So if you started right at the end zone and then you ran to the 40.
The 40.
He can do that in 4.26 seconds.
And you can count them in tens if you'd like. 10, 20, 30, 40.
Carry the 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the.
Wait a second. He got to the 50 and now they're counting down? What is going on in this sport?
Forwards and backwards. And that's another thing on the test as well. You've caught the ball at the 1 yard line. You have run.
Did he have to lick his way all the way through?
Absolutely.
Good God.
Tongue length is a big thing. But this is the fastest collection of 40 times ever registered at the NFL Combine, by the way.
Yes.
26 class. Like the wind.
Everybody is quick these days. It used to be there was like one guy, like I forget the number, but I remember like the year Randy Moss was in the Combine, everybody was like, whoa! But now everybody's running faster than that. It's just everybody's a freak of nature these days.
Every position, by position, the average was the fastest it's ever been, except for the quarterbacks. It's still the second fastest ever. And like the
nuts.
Offensive lineman average 40-yard time was 5.1. That's 300-plus pound men running a 5.1 40. And that means there was guys running like sub fives and a couple guys running like 5.2, 5.3.
Right.
Why is this happening? Is this because of like inbreeding between?
Well, it's just because like
athletes.
Well, but like in
the opposite. What it is.
Like no, in the 70s, like you'd play high school football and then you'd make the college team, and then maybe a scout would be like, "Hey, kid, you're pretty good. You ever think about going pro?" And then they'd still have a part-time job playing in the NFL. Maybe not in the 70s, but now you are like, the doctor is like, "Well, looks like he's going to be pretty tall," and immediately he's at an you just like train these kids like, they've got full athletic high schools like the IMG Academy down in Florida. You've just got like it starts like the professional path starts like in middle school.
So
Tom, why didn't you just go with the easy one and say Gatorade?
Gatorade.
Yeah. Proud sponsor. So hopefully it's what talks all that sauce.
So we're creating
superhumans.
Basically robots.
No, we're making superhumans.
Superhumans. It's called evolution. This is just what it is. You get bigger, stronger, faster.
So
I'm getting bigger, not stronger and fatter.
I like it. We need to get you that sweatshirt. I would say shirt, but let's go sweatshirt so you can grow into it.
I think moo would be appropriate.
But no, you got to think it's because it's high risk, high reward, because like look at Bryce Underwood, Michigan's quarterback. He was headed to LSU, 18 years old. He had just gone to prom, and Michigan gave him $10 million to come to Michigan. So it's, he's been doing this since he was a little kid, like 8th grade, 9th grade. Like they were looking at his pro prospects. He's already a multimillionaire. He's already got set for life money, and he's had a mediocre season at Michigan. Like, that's all you got to do.
It's funny. When I first heard about the NFL Combine and it was in Indiana, I legitimately thought like John Deere. Like I really thought the NFL was like running their own farming organization or something. Like, oh, so the Combine's like where they're doing corn, soybean?
Combine harvester.
Yeah, I hear about these corn-fed offensive linemen. Apparently that's where they grow them. At the Combine.
I can't even, like right now, I can't even listen to the sports talk radio station that I like to because it's just constant. Like yesterday, there was an in-depth discussion about wingspan. Who has the longest wingspan?
Well, that helps the catch radius. It's so important.
Stick your arms out and from the tip of your middle finger all the way across to the tip of your other middle finger. Who's got?
I know what a wingspan is.
Who's got the longest wingspan? Well, you thought that NFL players licked different objects to determine intelligence. So we're grading on a curve here today, Kay. So it is 34 3/4 inches for Taylor Green, the Arkansas quarterback. Whoa! Better bring him in.
Well, I know that there was one, and I forget who he was. He was a defensive lineman. He's an absolute monster, but they're worried because his arms, like it was like about an inch and a half short of, the average length of a defensive end. Like, well, that's probably knocking him into the second round. You're like, really? Can you imagine being that kid and like, just grab me by either arm, tie me to horses and fucking stretch. Just keep going until I say we're done. Just
quarter me, yeah.
Yeah, that inch and a half is the difference between like $12 million or like $1 million. That's insanity.
Well, that was a critique of Hutchinson. Hutchinson is undersized for defensive ends as far as hand size, arm wingspan, all of that. But like that's why I've always thought this shit is stupid because like, does a guy know how to play football? Is he going to hustle every play? You know, so. I don't know. I don't really know much what else to talk about at the combine. I don't think that there was. I guess there's a tight end, Kenyon Sadiq out of Oregon, who really impressed. I guess he wasn't high on people's boards, and now everybody on ESPN, have you seen Sadiq? So I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
So, all right.
I think there was a time where the combine was held at a Howard Johnson's parking lot, and then we got so high on the NFL and ESPN 24-hour sports came around and said, well, we're going to need to find something to keep going. Well, God forbid all that's left is basketball and hockey. So, like, what about this combine? So you're telling me that you have the kids run and jump?
Yeah. And really, it hasn't... It hasn't changed. I hate doing mock drafts, so please let's not do one. But I've got the top prospects, and it hasn't changed since before the combine. So we had the same top 5, and then we did the combine, and now it's the same top 5. You've got Mendoza, the quarterback from Champion, Indiana. Reese, the linebacker out of OSU. Arvell Reese. I don't know if you guys can hear my washer. It's fucking so loud. Arvell Reese, not Angel Reese. Don't get them confused. David Bailey, an edge rusher from Texas Tech, and then Caleb Dow's a safety from OSU. Same 5 guys.
Well, the thing is, too, a lot of those guys, if you're in like the top 20, probably going to get drafted, you don't even go to the combine. You don't even work out because all it can do is hurt your draft status. It would just knock you down. So most of them are like, right, we're good. We'll show up and say hi, take pictures, do your lick.
Like this is one of those years where Mendoza, like, get your Raiders gear on. That's where you're going.
Who's hosting the by the way, because at least the combine, at least it involves people running and jumping and doing the cone drill and the 20-yard shuttle and all the good stuff. And then you've got let's watch people for 2 days walk across a stage and read names. Who has the distinct honor of hosting the NFL draft this year? Where is that?
I'm pulling this up. Because I don't know. Pittsburgh.
Oh, lucky Steelers fans.
Wow. Pittsburgh. I will say, so we had it here in Detroit a few years ago. It was a spectacle. I mean, they did it right downtown. Like when Kansas City did it, they did it in like some like field. Same with like Green Bay. When they did it just in the grasslands and suburban neighborhoods of shit town Green Bay. But Detroit, they put it right in the center of fucking downtown. So it was actually really cool. They bring in all these displays and shit. But then we were there watching, and they started the draft, and it's like, yeah, you guys want to go to a bar?
Yeah, I'm good. Your shit. That's what I mean. Yeah, it's just.
But there are people who are in there like,
yes, losing their minds. I feel like they're paid actors. I feel like they're just crazy.
I will tell you from being there firsthand, they are not.
Oh, fantastic.
So there is like they build this enormous dome, and the stage is set way back, and then there's probably 100 rows of seating, and that's for like fan of the year, VIPs, families of the players, like stuff like that, and then a huge security barricade, and then the proles, where are just the 100,000 people who just stand there in the rain like, yeah, dude, yeah. And, like, those people are rabid. Like, unbelievable. Like, I don't know. Like, I went to see the spectacle because it was cool, and, you know, Detroit's having its little comeback. So it was nice for that. But, yeah, standing there for 4 hours, they play the little jingle.
Why don't they do the same thing for the combine? I mean, build it like it's a WWE event, put in all the they will, and then invite the fans in to watch. Like, that is a moneymaker. I can't believe.
Well, it's kind of like what's happening with baseball now, right? So, like, you can get close to the players with these preseason nothing games that mean absolutely
spring
dog
training?
Shit. Spring training, and you never know who these athletes are going to become. So why wouldn't you want to be close to these players and learn more about them? So
I don't know. Baseball's still kind of folksy. Like if you go to a ball game early enough, Like if you get tickets to a Thursday afternoon Tigers game and you go down there and you stand by the bleachers with your kid, players will come over and talk to you. Like Miguel Cabrera used to do it all the time. Like it's not like the NFL where there's this like the shield, like no pun intended, you know, like they make the NFL like hard to get to. Where baseball is still like, oh, did you get your Cracker Jacks?
But also, I mean, I think that's what I'm saying is like, why wouldn't you take? Sorry, Justin.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I'm just saying, why wouldn't you take the combine and make it a bit more interesting and make it so you can kind of have like an NFL spring training in a sense, which I know we have that right before, kind of, but you still pay a lot of money to be able to go to those things.
I think the difference is just football fans in general, but then especially like in an NFL setting, when you walk in, it's like this giant burst of adrenaline every time you walk into the football stadium. I mean, it's just people are jacked. Whereas you go to a baseball game, it's like, maybe I'll read the newspaper for a little bit, you know? It's such a different vibe as the kids.
You'll never see somebody keeping score with a pen and paper at a football game.
No. And you also don't see a lot of fist fights at baseball games. You know what I mean? It's just, you don't hear
depending on your market.
That's just the blatant obscenity and threats against one another's wives and girlfriends in the stands at a football game is a lot different than maybe a couple of people getting into an argument at a baseball game.
I will say we are at 26-ish minutes here of recording, and we've talked nothing other than garbage disposals and football. And that's kind of what bothers me. We've got literally the best sporting event, in my opinion, on the horizon here, and nobody wants to talk about it.
Oh, I think that's the problem. It's your opinion.
Really?
Tom, please enlighten us. What is the greatest of all sporting events?
March Madness is so fun. I mean, March Madness, look at this year's Super Bowl, okay? If you want to argue it's the Super Bowl, it was a dud. I guarantee you March Madness will not be a dud. Maybe the final game, depending on the matchup, but that first day when it is constant teams playing all day long, buzzer beaters, some nobody team upsets Duke, kids are crying in the stands, it goes from morning till night. I love that shit.
Well, also you're a degenerate gambler, so this is why you love this most of all.
I like excitement. Like, I want a close game. Like, that's all I want.
I don't know what it is. Something's happened in my brain where I genuinely cannot fathom and understand why college sports is so fucking important.
It's not important. It's not.
It's a pastime.
But it's just that's what they've done is they've just manufactured. It's like madness. It's happening constantly, and I'm like channel flicking, and holy shit, this team's about to upset, and it's just like it's exciting to watch. Where just like a lot of times on an NFL Sunday, as much as I love it, all the teams are blowing the other teams out, and it's like, okay, well, go Lions.
That being said, Are you doing your bracket analysis already, Tom? Because I'm the kind of person who will, 30 seconds before it's time to fill that out, I will look at the names of the schools and the numbers next to them and then make...
So next week, I enjoy watching the conference tournaments. So it's like mini March Madness, but like the Big Ten has one, the SEC has one, the ACC has one. So then you can kind of see like, okay, who's playing really well at the end of the season. But then the real fun ones are like the small conferences, like the Sun Belt Conference, because the only chance you have to go to March Madness is to win that championship. So it's like the biggest basketball game ever for these kids. And it's on at like, Tuesday night at 7:30. It's completely garbage time. But it's like the biggest moment of these kids' lives. And you can just see they're playing their heart out. As opposed to like the NBA where everybody's like, I hope we lose, man.
Yeah, that's true. College basketball is definitely better than NBA basketball. It does not go at the slog that the NBA does. But it is kind of funny to watch like your Mountain West champions, like they just claw and tear at one another and they like, we are heads and tails the best team in this conference. We are so fucking bound for glory. And then they get there and they're like, the 96 seed and then they're playing, Duke or North Carolina, and all of a sudden it looks like they're 8-year-olds from like Ohio, by the way, playing these guys from fucking Miami, Florida that are all like a foot taller than them and fucking look like men. It's Oh, that's all right. We play solid defense. Keep your feet moving. Keep shuffling. Yes, that's good passing. Good job, guys. It doesn't matter how good you are at passing. If the guy is 3 feet taller than you, you cannot shoot over him. It is just
every year there is a I think it's like the past 20 years, 15 years, 20 years, it's a very long time. A 15 seed has beaten a number 2 seed every single year. So there's always in that first day, you get a team of 8-foot dudes who roll in and they lose to like Kenny and Craig and Gus and Bill, and they just like, and somehow it happens. Like when a couple of years ago, Oakland University beat Kansas, or Kentucky, and everybody was going nuts. Like, what are we doing here?
I think there is actually a team, and I forget what conference they're in, but it's Dayton of Ohio. Like, they're the only undefeated team in college basketball right now, and they said, like, if they can make it undefeated the entirety of the season and win their conference, they might let them into the tournament. But otherwise,
if you win your conference tournament, you get in. That's the deal.
I don't think they're I don't think their conference is one that like gets in. I think I'd have to look this up, but
I'm curious. I'm curious to hear. But you guys very quickly said that March Madness is not in your top sporting events of the year. So I would like to. It's a good segue. Yeah. I'd like to hear what you guys think it is. Justin, I feel like you're going to go Stanley Cup Finals.
Oh. Just the NHL playoffs are so badass. The only thing, and I
don't
know why.
They truly are.
They take it up a fucking next level. You're like, these guys play so balls to the wall, and then you see playoff hockey, and you go, holy shit. And then you say, why don't you do that all season long? Because if you did that for 82 games, you would die.
Me and you would be out there because all the players would be dead. Yeah.
Because if you make it all the way to the Stanley Cup Finals, it's like playing like another half a season. So I mean, you fucking you got to pace yourself a little bit because like nobody wins the Stanley Cup and then comes back because it's 2 weeks later. It's like, oh shit, we got to start skating again and get back in. Like they're beat up from last year winning it that it just hardly ever happens where a team wins back to back. So love the Stanley Cup.
Yeah, I'm team hockey. Sorry, Tom.
Listen. I think I would. I'm definitely not against and NHL playoffs last a long time.
Yeah,
you get a much bigger sample size. I think that first weekend of the March Madness is just like
no, it's funny how like it gets less and less interesting the further it goes. Like
it does. Like those first four, that first weekend. And then when you get, then it slows down a little bit, and
and you're back getting fucked, and you're like, why did I even waste my time?
Well, then you start to see like, okay, Duke made it through, Arizona made it through. We're probably looking at that as our final. So, but yeah, hockey playoffs are, especially like in the NBA, if you make it in as an 8 seed, like cute, get ready for next year.
Yep.
Like, if you make it in as an 8 seed in hockey, it's like, let's fucking lace up. Let's go. Let's win this thing.
Hockey's a weird sport. Funny, you got a hot goalie going at the right time, and all of a sudden you were the last team to get in, and you're in the fucking Stanley Cup Finals. It's
it happens all the time.
It's so fun. And I will say, baseball playoffs, if your team is in it, like for me with the NHL, like I can watch any 2 teams in the playoffs. So like with baseball, if it's not my team, I don't give a fuck. Even the World Series, I don't give a fuck. But if it's my team, I can't look away. Like every pitch, you're just on edge. It's great.
Yes.
Well, isn't it so lucky that Justin has 2 teams that he can root for?
That's right. Well, only one of them I care about. My Seattle Mariners.
And it's
the city moving.
That he's living in now.
Teams. That's all you got to do.
Yeah. That's fine. That's fine.
Now you've got West Ham sandwich.
Yeah. So that's just it. Is I've gone on a different bandwagon, which is totally unrelated to any American sports whatsoever, and I've hopped on the West Ham bandwagon, and they're like, what, last? So
we have soccer here. What are you talking about? I think we do. Tom, do we have soccer here?
Doesn't the guy play here, Messi? Yeah, and then I remember when David Beckham came and played for LA, and everybody was like, this is gonna save American soccer, when everybody went
Is Ronaldo still playing? Pele? These are the only teams I know.
Pele. Didn't he play in the 70s?
Yeah, how old is Pele?
Is Pele still alive? They should do like a senior PGA, but senior soccer. Pele, Ronaldo, David Beckham.
Beckham.
That's the only names I know.
That's it. That's all I know. I don't know. I don't know the rest of the names.
Brought to you by Viagra.
Huh? He's dead. It was all that Viagra.
Never mind. Soccer is dead to me too. It's as dead as Pele.
He's dead.
Yeah, listen, so here, I think that we need to see if we can take the Wonderlic test, and then we need to have Ryan come on some week here and teach us why soccer can't just play one season. Can you dumb it down in 15 minutes for some American chaps?
He can easily do that. He's very good at dumbing things down because he is with me. To send us out, as always, Justin gives us his wise words of wisdom.
Check your ears before you go in the fucking shower. That's all I'm going to say. Right before I came here, I blasted a workout at the gym and felt pretty good about it. And when I got done, I stripped down. I went into the shower. And I started rinsing off, and then I went to apply some shampoos and conditioners, a 2-in-1, of course, because I'm a guy. I'm like, fuck, something in my ear. Ah! And it was my fucking earbuds. And I left them in my goddamn ears, and I just took a shower and just washed them. So, I mean, I don't have whatever the Apple ones, because I'm not part of the Church of Jobs. I'm not in the iPhone Apple cult, but still, fuck.
Are they broken?
Yeah, they're shot, absolutely. And
I'm surprised you didn't get electrocuted.
I sweat so much. These things, like the fact, I thought that they were waterproof. They're not. I don't think they're even water resistant because, they're dead. I put them back in a little charging case and just to see maybe they'll revive. Wave my hands over them, give a little like CPR in the case. But yeah, I think I'm gonna need new ones. So check your ears before you get in the shower, folks. You never know what you left in there.
I totally thought he was going something like a spider was in your head. That's where my brain was going. I'm glad it was not that.
Did I ever tell you about the time when I was young? And this is how smart I am. I'm still smart to this day. I'm sitting in the basement. I'm sitting in a beanbag chair. I don't know how old I am. 12. I'm watching Chili Willy the Penguin. I still remember it's Chili Willy the Penguin, and he's got like an itch in his ear, and he takes like one of those files, like the metal file, and he sticks it in one ear, and it comes out the other, and he's like, it feels so good, like he itches the inside of his head. And I was like,
no.
And the beanbag chair I'm sitting on is like ripped open just a little bit, and I see one of those beans come out, so I jam it in there as far as I can. I'm like, And of course, because I'm really smart, I'm like, I just can't reach far enough. So I get another one, and I start keep jamming them in. Like eventually it'll come out the other side, like it did on the television. Like my parents, in this day and age, you would have a lawsuit against the people who made that cartoon because obviously you've made my kid.
Yeah, you wouldn't have had to be doing this. Oh, what a bummer. Timing.
Yeah, right, exactly. So, yes, eventually they never popped out the other side, but I did have a pretty massive headache and had to go to the doctor, and I still remember the pressure wash. They just get them out. And then when they thought they got them all, I had to go back a week later because they hadn't, and I still had an earache headache, and turns out that I had really buried them in there. So
I wonder if there's still one deep down in there, just one little beanbag pellet who's been with you this whole time.
I named
just
Pele.
Just the two of you.
Pele.
You're never alone. You and Pele.
Thanks for joining Sweat Socks and All That Sauce with Justin K and Tom and Pele living in Justin's ear. You can watch the show on YouTube, follow us on socials at Sweat Socks Pod. And if you want to chime in, feel free to stop itching your ear. Feel free to send us. Now my ear's itchy and I've never stuck things in my ear. Feel free to send us an email at sweatsockspodcast@gmail.com. Until next time.
Just stay sweaty.
Sweat Socks and All That Sauce is hosted by Kay White, Tom Whitaker, and Justin Michaels.
Our theme music provided by Pat Leonards.
And our artwork was created by Mike Willis.